What's up, guys? This is a new weekly update on my journey from 0 to 10K a month with an AI automation agency. I'm currently making around 2,400 bucks a month, but it's probably going to go down. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. So, yeah, this is week number 12 since I started documenting it. And yeah, I've been in this space for more than 2 years now. So yeah, it's been a while, and I'm definitely not having. I definitely don't have amazing results from the time that I've already spent on this journey and this business model, right? But you know, each person takes their own time to see the results, right? So if you want to get access to this Figma board, you can get so in the link in the description, and so yeah, you can just take a look and see what I've did so far. But right now, I have an agency called Content Agency OS. OS stands for Operating System because I build because I don't have anyone in the team, but I built an operation system for content agencies so that they can scale way smoother and way faster as well. Okay. So, and I built that system on Airtable if you are curious, and a couple of make.com automations as well. Okay. Right now, I have one client, which is a content agency uh, business, but he's not. I'm doing a lot of custom development for him. He's not like a client, as the he's not a client of the content agency OS offer that I have right now. Okay, he's kind of like a special client. Let's say that. Okay, so he's paying me 2.2K a month. Okay, for basically development services, where I build a bunch of systems for him on Airtable. And yeah, he's a content agency owner, so I've been learning a lot for the past few months building content systems for him. So yeah, I decided to build the content agency OS so that I can target content agency owners because I liked working with him. Okay, so yeah, right now my strategy to acquire clients, to be honest, I haven't acquired any client for this business. So the business, let me show you over here. I'm just going to open the website, to be honest. Contact ACOS, so it's right here. We'll help you close more clients, grow without chaos, get better client results, and scale to 40K plus months with our AI YouTube content agency OS. I should probably remove. I'm still not sure if I'm going to target YouTube content agency owners because it's not very big market, I guess. So yeah, it's hard to get leads basically. Okay, but yeah, this is the website right now. I don't have a VSL, but yeah, they click here and it goes to the cal.com page. I think it's taking a lot of time because of my internet connection. Okay, so yeah, goes to the cal.com and yeah, they can book a call, ask a couple of questions, but that's pretty much it. And so far I've made LinkedIn DMs to get clients, and I've started to post a different type of content. Okay, so I was doing like videos. I had 10 videos that weren't targeting content agencies because I didn't have that business at the time. So I wasn't targeting that ICP at the time. So I had a bunch of videos that were about content systems, but it wasn't targeting an actual ICP. And when you don't do that, your content is not going to convert. Okay, so I decided to switch strategy and focus on content agency. So you can see here, I'm actually targeting them on the actual title of the videos. So yeah, I've posted 2 videos so far, and I've booked 0 calls from it. So 73 views kind of makes sense that I booked 0 calls so far, right? So yeah, I'm not sure how the content's going to go. I'm trying to post one. Okay, so as I was saying before, I got interrupted by my brother. Basically, yeah, I don't know if this content is going to work. Continuing building this content and creating these videos. It's definitely helpful for myself to developed this skill of explaining the concepts and explaining my system and how I help them. Okay, so helps me with actually speaking in English because it's not my main language, right? So it helps with that. It helps me build this. So I basically build Figma boards like this, way better. You can check them out on the videos. But I build these Figma boards so that helps a lot because the videos uh, make me build those Figma boards that help explain the concepts, and it helps me understand better again how to basically it helps me explain the problems and the solution. So when I get to a sales call, it's going to be a helpful and a valuable skill to have, basically. Okay, that's what I want to say. But the sales call is not a problem right now. I need to get the call first. Okay, so closing is not a problem. That's what I want to say. With the LinkedIn DMs, I've booked 3 calls. One of them is not very qualified. The second, the other one, I didn't have a bunch of time. The other one, he said he wanted to work with me, but he's waiting to get some retainers, some money in to be able to buy the system, basically. So that's what's happening right now. But yeah, in terms of a weekly update, this week what I did is I published a YouTube video. I sent follow-up DMs to past prospects on LinkedIn. I started building a SaaS for these retained clients. So as I said, I do like development services for him, basically. And we have a strong partnership. Okay, we have been working for 6 months, so we do have a strong partnership. He really likes the way I work and the work that I do, so we have a strong partnership here. And we started to build a SaaS for him, like a low ticket thing for him. Okay, now we have a contract, a 3-month contract that we have been working. We have been working for 6 months, but the first 3 months were just one-off projects. Okay, he would pay me $800 here, 500, 400, 300, etc. Right, for one-time things for projects. Okay, but then we switched to this retainer because it's much more flexible. So it's a 3-month thing, and he paid me today the last month. Okay, so he paid me the last 2.2K, and now we have 30 days of working together. Now the thing is this partnership going to actually end, or can I reduce the retainer to something smaller? Basically, how can I squeeze more money out of this partnership, right? That's what I want to think about. Because if I build, when you have development services, you kind of like, if you build everything, the client kind of doesn't need you anymore. But I know that I can make the client still want the partnership because of maintenance of the systems and improving the systems. And if something happens, a bug, I'm there to solve it. So I think that's how I'm gonna position myself so that I can, squeeze more money and keep helping the client, right? For my product, I kept making, I made small improvements. I didn't make all of them. So these were the plans for this week. So I did post the new YouTube video. I didn't make a LinkedIn post. I did this for Shaz is the client, okay? Finish pre-production. I didn't do this. Wake up early and get into a better routine. I'm starting to do this, which is awesome. I installed an app called Sleep Cycle to track the sleeping routine and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm starting to wake up early now. When I say early, it's like 9 a.m. So it's not that early. But I was used to waking up at 10, 10:30, 11. So I've now reduced it so that I can have a better routine, okay? And focus on on going to bed at the same time every day and waking up at the same time every day as well. So that's very important for focus, for the grind. Okay, so yeah, this is what happened. Definitely could have made more work. That's why the plan for next week is to put in more work, publish another YouTube video, make 2 LinkedIn posts, continue building the SaaS for shares. Think about, I don't even know, man. This is an update on my thing, so I'm kind of, I don't even know where the business is going. So right now, my personal life, so that you guys have an understanding of what's going on. I'm in university, but I don't go to class. Okay, and the first year is almost going to end. We are almost in summer, right? So second year is going to start in like Q4, Q3. I don't know. At the end of Q3, maybe. It's going to start the second year. If I had crazy results with my business, I wouldn't need to go to class. But if I don't have crazy results, I might need to go to class because of my parents, my family, the pressure that they have on me with going to university. So I've slipped through the cracks so far because I've been making 2K a month, so it's not that bad. It's good here in Portugal. Okay, I think like an elementary teacher makes less money than me right now. I think even university professors, but I'm not sure. Maybe they make a little bit more, but the retainer is going to end, as I said. Like, I'm not going to get paid again 2.2K from shares. So, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but even if I go to class, I need to think positive, okay? So even if I go to class, I don't care. I will get my computer and still work like I did. I have, like I did before, I have screenshots here. Where is it? Right here. This is me in class working. Boom. Here, this is my brother. Like, we working on the business. So even if I go to class, I don't care. I will keep putting in the work in the business. But yeah, man, I don't know if I'm in the right vehicle. Well, AI automation is definitely the right vehicle, but I'm not sure if I'm targeting the right people. But I think that's just stuff that I will need to figure out by putting in the work. Like, does the content work? Like, I don't know. I have posted 2 videos. Like, I need to post more to know, right? But yeah, I have a strategy here, so let's run it over right now. But this is currently what's happening with the retainer, because I pretty much just have this going on: the retainer client, the development services for him, and making these videos and making this content. I don't do anything else basically in terms of business. Okay, so I got the last payment, right? And it seems like his plan is to stop the partnership. Okay, from our calls, we have a weekly call, so the way that I see things is like he doesn't want to continue paying the 2.2K. We have this contract for 3 months, so he wants to obviously like build everything before the contract ends and stop working together, because he obviously wants to save the 2.2K, right? So however, I can still squeeze more money because I deliver great work and he likes to work with me. Okay, so if the SaaS, the community that we are building, the low ticket, goes well, there is a need to maintain the system, so I can go to a lower retainer, so that he's safe if anything happens to the systems. Okay, so sometimes there's bugs and stuff, and he knows I'm right there to fix them, and he already happened sometimes. Okay, so I can probably reduce the retainer to, I don't know, $500 a month. But yeah, that's nothing. That's like the, I need to focus on getting more clients. I can't like get too attached to a client, and get like comfortable with this stupid retainer. It's like, no, bro, go get more clients, right? So that's why I have this here. But what we could do as well is go to a revenue share scenario, because we already talked about that in the past. If the SaaS goes well and we have a lot of work to do and he still needs my help and all that stuff, we would go to a revenue share or something. Okay. And I can also ask for referrals. So if he knows any content agency that would benefit from my system, I need to ask him that. Okay. And the good thing with this, the good thing with stopping stopping this partnership that I have with Shaz is that I'm going to have more time to work on client acquisition, right? So, to be honest, I can say that I'm comfortable because I have this client, I have this retainer. Okay, I make the content, I work on getting more clients, but I could be working more, right? I could always be actually working more to get clients, And I think I don't work more because I have this client that is paying me, a good amount for someone that was making $200 a month a couple months ago, right? So I can't. So if this partnership stops, I'm no longer. I gotta go out there and put in the work. And it's good. I will have more time, right? But there is no longer the comfort of this project, of this partnership, and I gotta go out there, put in even more work to get more clients. So that's the positive side of things, or side of that, right? I don't want the MRR, the Stripe dashboard to go like he's like that right now, right? I don't want it to go down like that, right? Let's keep pushing. It's like, so that we can get clients, I can drop out, I can have a great fucking business. Well, because that's the goal. At the end of the day, the goal is not to reach the fucking 10K a month bullshit. The goal is to build something great, help people go from A to B. B is their dream, is their goals. I want to help them cross the bridge, and I will get paid for that. That's the goal. I want to build a great business, and I want to build the best systems for scaling an agency. In this case, content agency. So stopping this partnership is actually better because I will have more time, and I will struggle. I will have more pain, and when you have more pain, you will work more, right? The way that I'm going to do client acquisition, I have a couple ideas here. So basically, LinkedIn DMs, I feel like I'm running out of leads. That's why I stopped doing it. I couldn't really get more leads on the search bar for YouTube content agencies. That's why I might target content agencies in general that make any type of content and that make ads, any type of content. So I might pivot. Not sure yet, because my system is like specifically for video content agencies like YouTube or just video. So what I can do is retarget the leads that I've talked to on LinkedIn. I can send personalized tele videos showing a preview of the system even to those leads who are lost. So I would record a video just going over my system, just like a last try to get something. Okay. What I could do is do cold email. So seems effective by this guy that I watched, Nick Sarayev. So seems like a good idea because he did that live on his YouTube channel. He got a couple booked calls. So and it's pretty straightforward. Just gotta it's basically like a machine that just sends the email, right? So seems very effective and can definitely bring in some calls because my objective is calls. Like I just want to book calls. I literally have 0 calls on the calendar. How can I get clients if I don't even have the call to try and close them? Like, this is fucking stupid. What am I doing? Like, I need to book calls. The content is not booking fucking calls. I might need to, I don't know, post every day on LinkedIn. I might need to post more videos on YouTube. I need to lock in. I need to work more, bro. Like, okay. That's why I have here YouTube content seems like a great idea. Videos on how to scale content ops. That's what I'm doing now. Okay, that's why this is underlined here. Or crossed or whatever you call it. Eamon here, he's a coach of content agencies. So he built his content agency to like 100K. Now he also coaches. Okay. So my idea was to work with Eamon on his coaching program. So I would work on his coaching program on a retainer, like kind of like a salary thing. It's obviously not scalable, but if it happens, I can only work like 1 or 2 clients at the same time, but that's a good position to be in nonetheless. Yeah, okay, so the idea would be I would jump in to his coaching program and I would help his students build, implement the operation systems so that they can scale better their content agency. Okay, so he already has an Airtable system for them, but I got access to it and it's not that good. My system is way better. So I would help his students transition to my system. I would help them implement the system, make custom changes and updates to it. I would be there, I don't know. It would be a retainer. Like he would pay me, depends on the amount of work. Like he would pay me like 8K a month, because this is like a crazy boost on the value of his coaching program. Like his coaching program has an operations guy that builds custom systems for the students. That's crazy valuable. He can charge more on his coaching program, right? So let's say he would pay me 8K a month for 100 hours a month. Maybe that's too much. I don't know. I don't want this to be like, I don't want to be every day working for this, because this is not scalable, right? Okay, I'm making 8K a month, but I can't make more. I want to have a business that it's actually scalable. So, but yeah, man, it would be awesome because I would get experience. I would get money, of course, but I would get experience because I would work with content agencies, and even if they churn on the coaching program, they would probably, I don't know, message me if they want more upgrades to the system or changes and stuff. So they would message me in private outside of the program, and they would become actual like clients outside of the coaching program. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. I'm connected with Eamon on LinkedIn, so I will need to make it right. So send some good messages and make it right. You want to hear is a prospect that was very interested. We had 2 or 3 calls. He's very interested. This was like 99%. Now it's like 50. I'm not sure. He pivoted now his content agency to target SaaS businesses. He needs retainers to come in so that he has the money to buy my system. Okay, so he's kind of like not qualified because he's at the starting point. So it would be awesome if he gets the retainers and he would and I would jump in and work with him because he was very, very, very interested, like crazy. He even said that he wanted me to jump in and be an operations partner, not just build the system one time, like actually jump in and be there, every month be there in a retainer model. Gente, this is another prospect. Uh, we had a very weak call because it was like 15 minutes, just a 15-minute call. So I need to reach out to him. Milan, he is not qualified because he already has a good system, pretty good system, but we can definitely chat more about operations, show him that I actually know what I'm doing. Maybe build a custom system for him for a one-time payment. I can probably, make some money there. And ask for anyone he may know that would benefit from my system. That's actually a very good idea. So, try and from these people that I already talked to that may not be qualified, try and get even Ewan. I think he knows a couple of people that would probably benefit from the system. So there are a couple of ideas there. Trying to get some clients from prospects that I already talked to. Maybe try and get into Eamon's coaching program. Try cold email. Continue making the YouTube videos. Try and like retarget the leads. So I have a couple of moves that I can make on the board. Okay, so I'm not lost. Let's say that. Okay, I'm not lost. Even if this goes to shit, I don't get paid. Shaz doesn't pay me anymore. That's fine. Okay, he's a client, but obviously because he's my only client, I'm gonna get like kind of stressed out if he's gonna churn, right? Because I'm gonna make no money. But that's not a problem because I have a strategy. I can actually make the moves and try and get some clients. Okay. How you scale this, I don't know, but I just want to get some clients, some experience, build more stuff. Even if I get like a client every 3 months, that's fine. I just want to get more experience. And because I need the experience, I need to actually build a system for a content agency. I need to get that experience and then figure out later what I'm going to do. I could even then pivot again, as I said, to all types of content agencies. And then I could probably try and buy a coaching program that would help me scale my agency. So yeah, man, definitely not university, definitely not getting a job. Fuck that shit. I'm here to make this shit work. And that's it, bro. Bro, I've talked so much right now. 30 minutes. Nobody's watching this. Yeah, maybe in the future, in a couple of years, when I reach the top, and people find out about this, they're probably gonna watch it. We'll see. But right now, nobody's watching these videos. They have like 7 views, but it's cool. We'll see in the future. All right, guys. Don't forget to strategize and plan your moves as well. You know what I did right here? Like, even though I'm kind of lost because even though I'm making in 30, even though next month I don't have money guaranteed, I know what I can do. I know the moves that I can do on the board, so I'm not lost. So when you are lost, you get depressed and it's like you don't know what to do, it's bad. So look at the board right now and see what you can do and what you can try. Different strategies, okay. And just write it down, like, okay, I can do this, or this, or this, or I can try this. Let's just pick one and do it. Just shoot it and see if it lands, right? So that's what I'm gonna do, and you should do the same. If you are feeling lost, man, just stop and think what you can do, what you can go learn, what you can go try. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I see you in the next week, hopefully with good updates, I guess. So yeah, bye, guys.